So guys, the Chengdu Auto Expo is happening right now, and NIO's exhibit over there is absolutely jam-packed. So many people. It is just unbelievable, man. And NIO brought 8 car models, every single vehicle model, and then the 8th car is not the EC6 second gen because it's not announced yet. Very soon, but they brought the EP9 there as well. And as always, they also have a swap station, the Gen 3 swap station with a big screen on top. They got over 300 NIO user volunteers, just people in the red shirt, the orange shirt. And these are guys like me, NIO owners that can go there and then just share our ownership experience. You know, they're doing it for free. So that's essentially pretty much doubling and tripling NIO's sales potential at the floor over there. And from just my initial looks, it looks even more jam-packed than the Shanghai Auto Show that happened back in April. Maybe that's got something to do with price cuts got cheaper and more people are interested. And even though NIO's not launching new cars, the buzz around NIO is still really high. Lots of people are interested, especially because of the ES6. People love that car. And NIO's genius strategy about this whole entire thing, this is what I'm going to tell you and reveal to you guys. And you got to notice how the section seems cordoned off. They got a little belt around the whole entire showroom, and you have to enter through the middle. And by entering through the middle, they also have basically these QR codes that they tell you to scan. And by scanning it, you essentially, first of all, give NIO your phone number, and then also you get a prize. And this is a customer acquisition cost. You get one of these beautiful NIO mugs. And that's the gift that you get. And that very quickly gets these people that everybody that can go to the auto show are pretty much capable of buying a car and have expendable income. So those are all prime customers. And very quickly, NIO was able to get them on the NIO app as well, because to claim that gift, you have to pretty much download the NIO app. And that also gets you into NIO's ecosystem very quickly. And of course, most importantly, your phone number is in the system, and everybody that goes to the showroom, unless you're an existing NIO owner, which you can also scan to get a prize, a little gift, stuff like that. But your phone number is in the system, so all the sales reps have the bullets. And these are all bullets that they can then cold call and contact you, get you test drives, etc., etc. And the gifts don't just stop at the mug, all right? It's pretty much a mystery loot box by chance. The majority of the time you're going to get the mug, but you might also get like a drink voucher or like a 7-day test drive of the car. Like they give you a car for 7 days and you get to test drive it as if you own that car, or NIO merch and all sorts of cool stuff like that. But more importantly, most of these guys, the newcomers, they may also get the drink vouchers that they can then use at the NIO house right upstairs, and then be able to experience what NIO life is all about and be able to drink some of the drinks, have a place to rest, and also at the same time, you might have some of these NIO owners in orange just chatting you up, telling you about the ecosystem, everything. And of course, during the Auto Expo, there's always going to be a special Auto Expo promo where you get like some bonus stuff with your NIO purchase, etc., etc. When I bought my NIO, I knew I was going to get a NIO, right? That was one of the first videos on our channel telling about 5 reasons why I chose a NIO. But the Beijing Auto Expo was happening at around the same time, so I went there, was able to meet up with some of the awesome NIO user volunteers that really were able to explain the car really well and the whole entire ecosystem, even though I sort of knew pretty much what it was, but it was good to hear it out of them because they were NIO owners and they were, it gives you confidence that what NIO was doing is actually, not fake. And that's also when I met up with Magic MX, and he is, of course, one of the NIO owners that I did later on interview. But he was also getting the EC6, the car that I own. And, of course, he helped me spec out the car, what specs were good, which specs you don't need, etc., etc. And this is, of course, what a lot of these NIO user volunteers do. And being there just really adds trust. Because these NIO owners, they tell you what's good, what's bad, and it's pretty much unfiltered. And also, they have their own invite code, just like how I have my own invite code. And potential customers, if they scan their invite code, of course, they get bonus NIO points, and then the buyer also gets bonus NIO points. So it's pretty much a win-win situation for all of them. And of course, during the Auto Expo, there's the batter swap station is just basically swapping nonstop, showing people what it's all about. And there's also going to be a technician on the side talking about swap, introducing what happens. And I think this is a very important process. And every year during Auto Expo, NIO sells a ton of cars. NIO gets a ton of orders from those Auto Expos. And Magic MX, this was a long time ago, but he told me in one day he sold about 20 NIOs himself. And he told me how he was talking so much that he basically lost his voice the next day. Because each customer, you have to explain so much about the whole entire NIO ecosystem. There's so much to talk about. So you might spend up to like 30-40 minutes on each customer, just talking to them nonstop. You guys should not ever underestimate the power of these NIO user volunteers. And a lot of them can explain the NIO ecosystem better than the sales reps, because remember, the sales reps, some of them don't even own a NIO. Some of them are just, it's just their job. They might not even know the level of service that a customer experiences. They might know more about the specs and details about the car, but ownership experience, that's something totally different. It makes me very happy to see so many people at the NIO booth over there. Chengdu is one of the cities that did not do that well in July in terms of sales. Chengdu should totally be up there, and Chengdu is actually the city that Li Auto does the best. As you guys can tell, in July, the best performing month, NIO only delivered 978 in Chengdu, whereas for Li Auto, they delivered 2,247. So there's definitely a lot of room for NIO to grow in this market. And even though Li Auto is a hybrid EREV and NIO is a BEV, here in China they're all classified as new energy vehicles and they all have green plates. So one less order for Li Auto is one extra order for NIO. Really hoping that NIO overtakes Li Auto in terms of sales in Chengdu. And having that swap station, 3.0 swap station over there, just really showcases how NIOs are pretty much even more convenient and cheaper than gasoline vehicles. And if you guys are really worried about cash burn, don't be. These cups cost next to nothing. They're probably like $1 or $2 max, $3 max. And also, you should look at everything at an advertising cost perspective. It's all advertising. The next big step is, of course, to convert these guys into customers. And if you watch my previous video about how NIO is really tightening the screws on sales reps, then you would know that I have full confidence that a lot of these potential customers are going to be turned into NIO owners. But if you haven't seen that, go check out that video over here. Click on that video.